Hey guys, so it has been a hot minute since I posted a video. In fact, it's been over a year. A lot has changed in my life and I'm gonna touch on a little bit of it. The main thing being is that I had a baby, and that's probably one of the main reasons why I stopped filming videos, was because all my time, energy, and mindset went to the baby, being pregnant, having the baby, etc., taking care of her. I will end up introducing her in another video, but for this video today, I have something weighing very heavily on my mind, and it's the fact of my labor and delivery, what I regret about it, and I can't help but feel like I want to do over, and I probably will get the opportunity to do it over when I have another baby. But being a first-time mom and just looking back, it's just, I have so much I want to talk about, and I figured why not talk about it on here. Maybe I'll help somebody, maybe somebody will relate. But yeah, if you're interested in hearing my take and my regrets on my labor and delivery, just keep watching. So to get started on the story, I need to take you back to when I was 39 weeks pregnant. When I was 39 weeks pregnant, my OB did a stretch and sweep, and usually with stretch and sweeps, you hope to get labor started, you hope to get things moving along. She checked me, I was 1 centimeter dilated, and the baby was still sitting pretty high, but she did the stretch and sweep anyways, and nothing happened. So moving on to my 40-week appointment, my due date, she checked me again. I was 2 centimeters dilated, and I don't believe she did a stretch and sweep. I don't know why I can't say that. Stretch and sweep. I don't think she did one, but like I said, I was 2 centimeters dilated. They checked my blood pressure, and they said that my blood pressure was a little high, and at this point in your pregnancy, they don't tolerate any fluctuations in blood pressure whatsoever. So she asked me to come in the next morning to the hospital to have my blood pressure checked, and they said if it was still high, then they were probably going to induce me. So that's what I did. I was almost excited that my blood pressure was high, because oh my god, I wanted to have, I was a first time mom. I'm sure every mom, whether it's your first, third, fifth, 10th child, they're so excited to have the baby that when they're at 40 weeks, they're just done. They want to hold the little baby in their arms, and that's what I wanted. So I was almost excited to go in, and hopefully my blood pressure was high so I could have the baby. I don't know. But anyways, the next morning, the morning I was supposed to go in and get my blood pressure checked, I woke up around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was getting like these pains in my stomach, and they were coming and going. That's what woke me up, is the pains that were in my stomach. And being a first-time mom, I had no idea I was having contractions. I just thought I was in pain, and I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I came out to the living room, and I was sitting on the couch, and my boyfriend was sleeping, and I didn't bother waking him up because I knew he stayed home that day, so we could go to the hospital together and get checked, and he had a short day anyway, so it was no problem for him taking it off. But he was still sleeping, and I came out to the couch, and I was sitting there, and I had my little app, and I'm like, okay, if these are contractions, I should probably start timing them. So I started tracking them, and I was having the pains. They weren't very painful. I had to say that they weren't very painful. They weren't Braxton Hicks, because I believe I had Braxton Hicks in my pregnancy. Not a lot, but I believe I did experience some of them. And these were definitely not Braxton Hicks, because there was pain, but they weren't very painful. So I started tracking my contractions, and I found that they were about every 5 minutes apart, lasting for about 30 to 40 seconds. And the rule of thumb that my OB had given me was 4-1-1. So contractions every 4 minutes, lasting 1 minute long for an hour consecutive. So I was having contractions, but they weren't in that criteria of, okay, you need to go to the hospital, or you were in labor. And I had heard that, being first-time mom, that you could have contractions leading up to being in actual labor. So I didn't know if this was actual labor or not, or what was going on. So I ended up waking up my boyfriend, and I called the hospital and I said, hey, I think I'm in labor, but I have to come up and check my blood pressure anyways. Is now a good time to come up? And they said, yes, come up. So I went up at 8 a.m. I believe. It was 8 or 9 a.m. I think it was 9. So I went up at 9 and they checked my blood pressure and everything was fine. So no, I wasn't gonna get induced, but my OB was actually on call that weekend, thank God. And she checked me and she goes, you're still 2 centimeters. You may be in early labor. Go home, relax. If things progress, if it gets too intense, come back. So that's what I did. I went home, and thankfully I only lived like literally a 2-minute drive from the hospital, so it wasn't a big deal. But I got home, and as soon as I got home, I tried to lay down, and I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't sleep. The contractions were keeping me awake. It was starting to get pretty painful. So my boyfriend ran me a bath. I ended up sitting in the bath for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's too hot. I wasn't comfortable whatsoever. I had a little bit of soup, tried to relax, and right before 12 o'clock, so lunchtime. So I was at the hospital at 9 a.m. By lunchtime, I couldn't stand it. I could not do it. So I went back up to the hospital, and I remember being in tears because I didn't want to go back to the hospital because I was scared that they were going to send me home again, and I was in so much pain. And being a first-time mom, I think this is a common fear of being sent home because you're not actually in labor. But you shouldn't be scared. Like, you know your body best. So if you feel like you are in labor, you need to go to the hospital. And I went there, and the nurse was kind of like snarky with me, and she had seen me there before when I went out to get my blood pressure checked. And she sees me when I walk in, and she goes, oh, you're back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a lot of pain. I think I'm actually like in labor. And she goes, what are we gonna do with you? And I'm just sitting there like, I'm a first time mom. I'm scared. I'm crying. You could be a little bit nicer to me, but it is what it is. So she puts me in a room, hooks me up back up to the monitor, and she goes, I'm gonna go find your OB. She leaves me in there for over an hour. I'm in excruciating pain. And, okay, so I say excruciating pain, but like, I don't think it was that bad. But, so excruciating pain. And I'm sitting there and I'm pissed off that she left me there for over an hour, like, and didn't come check on me. My OB hasn't come back. She finally comes back, and not even my OB, because she said that she was gonna go find my OB, but she came back. And she goes, okay, I'm gonna check you. So she checks me, and I'm laying there on the bed, and she goes, oh, you're 5 centimeters. I'm like, yeah, I'm in pain. So obviously I was progressing pretty quickly. So she goes, let's get you admitted. So they take me down, they admit me into the room, and I was so thankful because my room was like nice. It was so nice. And she said to me, she goes, do you want anything for the pain? And I said, yes, I want the epidural. Regret number 1, okay? Yes, I want the epidural. So going into my labor and delivery, I said to myself, like, I'm willing to get the epidural if I needed it. Obviously, in a perfect world, nobody would ever get medication. But I was open to the idea. I wasn't like 100%, I don't need it. I don't want the epidural, all that stuff. I was just, I'm probably gonna get it. I wanted to get to a certain point before I got it. And I think I got so scared in the moment that what the pain was and what it could be, that I was scared, and I said, yes, I want the epidural. And that was my regret. I know in my heart that I could have waited a little bit longer. There were so many things I wanted to do and experience. I wanted to try sitting on the birthing ball. I wanted to try walk around and let gravity do its thing, the swaying. And I literally got admitted to the hospital and got in the bed. And that was my labor. I was in bed the whole time. So looking back, definitely that's my first regret. So my second regret was as soon as I got in the room, they said to me, oh, the anesthesiologist is busy. They're going to be busy for quite a while. They're stuck in surgery. Do you want some narcotics for right now? And I was, of course, scared. So I'm like, yeah, give me the narcotics. And as soon as they gave me the IV with the narcotics, the anesthesiologist walked in. So here I am, high as a freaking kite, trying to take get the needle in my back for the epidural, and it was one of the most scariest moments of my life. I was giddy a little bit. It was just, yeah. So, like I said, my biggest regret, it was 1, getting it too soon, 2, probably getting it all, and 3, not experiencing labor because I was scared. And I don't know why it bugs me so much that I did it. It's just I feel like I didn't give myself enough credit, and I can't help but feel like I want a do-over. I feel like my labor completely slowed down. Like I said, I went from 2 to 5 centimeters within 3 hours, and then it took me another 12 hours to go 5 centimeters. And I know that's not really predicting, but they do say that epidural can slow down pregnancy. Epidural can slow down labor. So I feel like that was a contributing factor. But the end goal was to have a baby, and I had the baby, and oh my god, it was hard. It was very hard. And I also thought that the epidural kind of like took away all the pain, because like you see vlogs, you see stuff on TV, and like as soon as the epidural's in, they are smiling, they're rested, they're great. But for me, I still had the pain. I had the pressure. Well, what I was told was pressure. Okay, so I was laying there in bed, and the nurse was beside me, and I said, the epidural's not working. And she does that little ice test, and if you've ever had the epidural, I guess what they do is they take the ice and they rub it down your chest to see how frozen you are and how much you can feel. So she did a little ice test. She goes, nope, you're frozen. I said, well, I'm in pain. She goes, that's not pain, it's pressure. I said, well, it's painful. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So like from about 9 o'clock to midnight-ish, I was in quite a bit of pain, and it was like on top of each other. So yeah, I feel like I wasn't feeling the full contraction, but I was still feeling a lot of it. And then it was about almost 2 hours of pushing, and because she was pretty high up for the majority of it. So yeah, it was a lot of pushing. I remember at one point I said, just get the vacuum. And I think there was another point where I said, just give me a C-section. Obviously that wasn't possible at that point, but yeah. So it was, for the first time mom, it was quite the experience. I do want to do it over. I do want more babies. When is another story, I don't know. But yeah, that's in the majority of why I regret my labor and delivery Storytime video. I don't know. That's my first attempt at a story time. I do want to do more videos about meeting my daughter, who is now almost 8 months old. I know, it's been a long time. Don't hate me. Yeah. But if you like me and you're excited to meet my daughter, who is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not being biased, go ahead and like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I will be back hopefully soon with a new video.